I came to San Diego in about 1971, I decided that I wanted to go as far west as I could. So it was Ocean Beach. I couldn't go any farther west than Ocean Beach. There was the ocean. In other words, that was a symbol that I had gone west. I'm not exactly sure how it happened, but I found I was invited into a residence with 5 other college-age people in Ocean Beach. And they were so welcoming. They were so friendly, and I didn't even have a bedroom. I slept on the porch, but I got the ocean breeze every night, and believe me, that I couldn't ask for more.
I'm part of the LGBT community, and so I know that a lot of times that our community as a whole is treated unequally in like marriage and like a lot of laws and such. But a time where I felt like I was respected and recognized was, so my pronouns are they, them, theirs, and a lot of times people don't use them correctly. And I come from a very conservative family, so it's very hard to transition and talk to them about it. And my brother's the most conservative out of all of the family. But there was a time in the car where I overheard him talking about like the LGBT community in such a respectful way, and he used my pronouns correctly, and he was talking to his girlfriend about it. He was like, and he even turned around and asked me, he's like, hey, are you okay with me? Like, so should I use they, them, theirs when I'm talking about you? And I'm like, yes, I would prefer that. That would make me feel more comfortable. He's like, okay, from now on, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to respect those pronouns because that's who you are. And I feel like that was when I felt like the most respected, most human, because it was really hard to connect with my brother.
I competed in this speech contest, and we would have to say speeches about after-school activities. And then, like, once I finished, I lost, but everyone was still being like, oh, you did a good job. And then I felt really happy because they were like, and even before that, they're like, you're gonna do great. And then I just felt really special.
I consider myself like the mayor of this neighborhood. And like every morning, like, you know, I would see like the kids like going to school like late or on time or whatever. And I would always tell them like, hey, they all know when they walk by, say, hey, another day, another A, or at least try to get it that way. And there's like no such thing as a dumb question.
I was a soccer player, playing soccer, being on a professional path in my country, getting recognized and beginning to play for my national team. And so, but when I moved to the United States, it was clear that I had to reinvent myself as a person, and then begin to look in different avenues in which I could have maybe rediscover myself and reinvent myself as a community leader. And while I was struggling for that, one of my friends, who also happened to be my pastor, would always introduce me as a star to his friends. For what reason, I didn't know. But for some reason, at a time when I didn't see myself star-like, he saw star quality in me.
Pretty much like once a week in the 5th grade, I remember getting suspended. It was very frustrating for my mom, and my grandparents were always trying to be a good example to me. When I was 13 years old, I got in trouble for vandalism and burglary. I got arrested. I broke my grandparents' hearts, you know. And it was only that time that I realized how much my grandparents loved me. And so this is what I'm trying to say. When I actually expected that everybody was going to give up on me and let me go to juvenile hall, my grandparents actually, they stepped up. They basically pulled out all their savings. They went through a lot of trouble to get me an attorney and try to keep me from going into the system. So they thought if I would go in the system, juvenile hall and stuff, it was just downhill after that. I think they were right. So to affirm the dignity of others, I would try to follow that example of my grandparents.
Educate myself about like different people's culture, different people's background, just who people are, and like always respect them the moment that you meet them.
It goes like this, like, hey, God bless you. When I meet people, I tell them like this, God bless you, because you know they're going to try to stress you. But it's only a stress test, because God don't bless you no mercy. So try your best, and remember, you're sentenced to win, and it'll be greater later. Don't worry about nothing. Just try yours, you know?
I think first to look at human beings between the lines. A lot of the times people look at human beings and they would look at one person's highlight reel and compare it to another person's weaknesses.